I got to tell you, this Obsbot has to be one of the most multifunctional, compact, AI-driven cameras I've ever experienced. Let's get into it. So welcome back, y'all, to We Shoot Films, where I talk about cinematography, Unreal Engine, and do product reviews that help support both of those topics. So make sure to subscribe if you're into any of those things. Now, Obsbot sent this out to me. Actually, I got in touch with Obsbot, and they sent me this because when I saw it, it was just amazing, and I appreciate that they sent it out to me. All my words are my own, my thoughts are my own, you know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. No money was exchanged. I just, they sent me this out for the review, so let's get into it in more detail, all right? This is the box it comes in, amazing box. There you go. You got your manuals right here. Everything inside, which I never read. And, man, I love the packaging. And the case for the Obsbot. Great case. It's sturdy, strong, definitely cool to travel with. Like I said, this is great here. But this right. Let's open it up. And when you open it up, you get the baby right there. You know what I'm saying? There you go. You get the Obsbot. Bring it out, and it's ready to go. And inside here, like I said, this is the case. This is the inside of the case. It looks great. All right. You get a USB-C cable, which I'm already using, so you don't see it right now. And you also get a USB-C to USB-A adapter, and you get, I love this right here, you get a double USB-C to USB-C splitter, or whatever you want to call this, a USB-C splitter. So you have two USBs in the back here, okay? You have two USBs in the back, and then you got one. So what you do is you just connect it, all right? And so now you can have one for your computer, all right, to get the signal, and the other one you can use to keep it powered. So you're good all day long, but you can use this for so many things. It's crazy, but I love that they gave this to you. So there you go. So that's what comes in the package. So here it is right here, the Obsbot in all of its glory. And as you see, it just is a amazing pan, tilt, zoom, what they call PTZ camera. And this thing literally does everything that you need for content creation to more than that. So, but first, let's get the specs out the way real quick, all right? Now, this is an AI tracking PTZ camera with intelligent APP. It does gesture controls. It shoots in 4K, like I said, but also 1080p. Now, at 4K is doing at 30, at 1080p is going at 60. You can live stream this to anything just off your phone if you want to. And it also does NDI. It has a 23mm lens at 1.8, so it's going to do great in low light. That's dope. Now, like I said, it has a 4K resolution and supports a 320 horizontal rotation and a 180 vertical rotation. So you could just go all over the place. This thing gonna look everywhere. You know what I mean? I love doing that. Also, I almost forgot, in the bottom right here, it has the adapter so you can connect it to your tripods or whatever you need. And right here, this must be, I think this is something you can purchase to extend the battery life. Not really sure because they didn't tell me much about this. Now, like I said, it also has NDI. And NDI, I guess, eliminates the need for like HDMI cables and all that other stuff. It just makes things way easier. You can connect a lot of them into one and just create a whole network of this stuff. I don't use NDI much, so it's not really too much I would do, but for those who do use NDI, it has it. But also remember, you have to purchase the NDI license separate. Now, the Obsbot can connect basically to anything from wireless, NDI, Ethernet, and USB-C. There's no excuse. This thing got what you need. Now, for us YouTubers, it connects that way too. You got the RTMP, RTSP, and Visca, which allows you obviously to stream to platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and more. It does have an app. We'll get into the app a little later. The app is amazing. It's been reliable. I love the app. Very easy to understand. Now, the tracking on this is pretty dope. It can track humans, animals and objects. I mean, you buy a few of these, put them all together, you got a multi-cam setup, man, that could just cover everything that you need. And these allows you to do that, even incorporating the webcams that you already have. I mean, imagine that. You know what I'm saying? All of it on the same network. That's dope. Now, the gestures on this is pretty nice too. You can gesture it to stop, to record. You can gesture it to zoom. You can gesture it to follow you, to track you. I mean, to stop following you and stop tracking. You'll see, because I'm gonna show you later. But the gestures on this make this way easier, and it's pretty fun, I ain't gonna lie. And every time people see it, they just get amazed by it. So it's also bringing up your production value, because your clients see stuff like this hanging around and they're like, wow, they go crazy. And it just makes them feel more, like you're doing more for their money. You feel me? So it's definitely something that can up your production value by having this around, even for catching behind the scenes. Now, this also has a remote, which I do not have. They didn't send me the remote, but it does have a remote that's a separate purchase, and you can control either one or all of them straight from that remote. Now, if you need Ethernet support, it has that too. Now, this is a separate purchase also, but this is also the USB-C to Ethernet adapter, okay? And it gives you a very, very long cable, and this is all that you need. Me personally, I don't really use this much at all. I've been using it just off my Wi-Fi, and it's been great. It hasn't lost connection. I haven't had no issues, so I've been everywhere with this on Wi-Fi or just off my cellular phone. So. And that's what I love about this thing, is that you literally don't need nothing else. Okay, so now let's look at the unit itself. In the front here, you have how much battery charge you have, and then right here it tells you the gestures that you're doing, and you can see that it's working. On the side here, it gives you the audio. Like, you can have your own audio, have your own wireless audio system hooked up to you, plug it right here, and you're going to have great, great audio. So that's great that they thought of that. In the back, you have your power, and then you have a USB-C connection right here for charging or just to connect to your computer. And you also have a micro SD card here, and you have a mini HDMI right here if you need to do it for that also. So that's everything that's on the actual Obsbot itself. Then obviously the amazing 23mm 1.8 lens. Come on. It's going to be great in low light. Now we're just going here to look through the app a little bit and to show you some hand gestures and stuff that it does. So this is the app right here. Right here is the home. Right here is, they have some presets that you can pick from, which is cool. Here you have your audio. You could do it for auto or manual. Your ISO. Well, there you go. Your shutter speed, autofocus, stuff like that. HDR, your grid lines. Then this would be where you could play back whatever you recorded. Okay, and then this right here, when you click on this gives you more of the controls that I showed you on the desktop app, okay? The object tracking is pretty cool. If you click on this, and then if, let's say you click on here, you see that it's following the box now. Then you can just reset it. Sometimes it resets weird. I don't know why, but if you do this, it's gonna track you now. There you go. And now it's tracking me. You can stand up. So that's pretty cool, I'll tell you that. And then if you wanted to stop tracking you, you give it the same sign. It blinks. And there you go. Now, if you wanted to zoom, you could do this. And there you go. And as you see, you can still see everything on the screen, but up the top screen, it'll show you what the actual framing is. And then you want to unzoom it. And if you want to do a dynamic zoom, check this out. That's pretty dope. You can't front on that. And if you wanted to record, you would do the OK sign. Right now, I can't do it because it's already recording. Let me turn off gestures. There you go. All right. So now I can do it. I turned off gestures. So if you wanted to record, you would do this. Okay. And then if you wanted to stop recording, you would do it again. I turned it off, like I said, because I'm actually recording on it. So can do that. And then if you want, there you go. I'm going to go back and put it back on again. Okay. And that's about it. And you got to remember too, it's a good idea to turn off the gestures because in certain scenarios when like you have a lot of people around, if you're filming, because they might do a certain signal and just screw it all up. So if you're doing a basic behind the scenes stuff, turn off gestures because it's going to be an issue. Like I said, this is a PTZ camera. That means pan, tilt, zoom camera, okay? Now, I've seen some PTZ cameras that were way bigger than this, and they told me it only shoots in 1080p. I'm like, what? This small thing here shoots at 4K and 1080. So come on, man. And then you could travel with this. You could do anything you want with this. Let me show you some stuff I did with it right now. Here is some behind the scenes stuff of just a few things that I did real quick. All right, so now we're going to just hook this up and see what this sees, okay? So we'll be right back. So right now you're listening to the Obsbot audio, raw, nothing added to it. It's about 2 feet away. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so now what you're listening to is the Rode Wireless Pro connected to the Obsbot. 1, 2, 1, 2. What you gonna do? I did this review for you. Come on, you know it's the truth. Oh, I got them bars. I was doing some tests because the Obsbot tended to focus a little on the background sometimes, then on me, then to the background, then on me, and I didn't like that. You know, it's a great camera, trust me, but even some DSLRs have that issue. But I've noticed that, and by the way, you should definitely download the Obsbot desktop app because it's way, way better. So download the desktop app as I have it right here. And it just records better. I find that I usually would be recording this in OBS and it's been giving me a lot of those issues. But I'm finding as I look at this, but the quality is better with the internal monitor and recorder than it is recording in OBS. So I would say if you want your best quality, record with this. Record with the software, the internal monitor that it gives you to record. If you got all these controls here, all right, you got all your tracking controls. You can control all of this stuff, you know, control the camera, all of that good stuff, okay? Your zooms. Okay, you do all of that stuff. Then you got your then you got the image controls for your autofocus, exposure, you know, the usual, the white balance, your tungsten. You can control your brightness, contrast, saturation, sharpness for your image, all of that good stuff, okay? Your gesture controls, again, like I always said, your audio, all of this stuff you can use, all right? SD card management to format it, all of that good stuff. My main thing is it recording more better and more reliable and without all that focus shifting. Okay. Now my thing is here. You're gonna love this. All right. All right. Click here, and we're gonna go to beauty. All right. This is the beauty section. You see that blurriness in the background? It's done with this. See the blur level. Look, that's how it comes natural. Okay. And again, like this, even if you wanted this, it is doing the focus shifting way less. Okay. Now, this is pretty dope. You can bring it all the way up to 7, 8, which is too much. Don't do that. But if you bring it even to 5, you see where the microphone is having a hard time, really knowing. It don't know what to pick, for it to be focused, not focused, somewhat in focus. If I put my finger up, it's weird. Like right now it's focused a little here, and then the rest of it's not focused. I find 3 to 4 to be okay. Okay. But if you're using a boom mic, then it's not going to matter. You can have this pumped up to 4, 5. If you got a boom mic and you're not using something like this, it won't be in the way, so it wouldn't matter. All right. Right here. You got the bokeh. Obviously, we talked about that, where we can make the background nice and, I'm going to keep it at a 3. But you got retouch also. If you turn that on, this does some stuff to your face, add makeup to you, I think. I hope not, but let me see. This is native. This is whatever it is. And this is man. So it lets you kind of redo some. Is that lipstick? Oh, heck no. Come on, man. Filters, nature, fresh, clear, crystal, film, sheer, pure, black and white, soda. I like that. It gives you the, and you can put the strength or not. It's kind of dope. I ain't gonna front. But let's keep that there. So that's what that is. Like I said, it's a great app. Desktop app is the best way to go. And remember, if you want your best quality, I keep saying it because I figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Use the monitor recorder, all right, that it comes with, the software. If you press stop and it doesn't stop automatically, just wait for it. Might take a minute, might take 2 minutes. But if you force it to stop, it will corrupt your file. So just be patient with it. So in conclusion, who is this for? It's for anybody and everybody. Whether you're into content creation or you're a freelance video guy, this is going to bring your production value up. When a client sees this, either just chilling in the background, capturing everything of the day, or you show them what it does with the gesture controls, it brings your production value up. I mean, from weddings to churches to events to podcasts to tutorials to Zooms to traveling to vlogs, it's all contained right here. And I'm using it wireless. And I'm having no issues. So this is definitely something you should keep in your bag. I'm not just saying that. I think this thing is very helpful. It's amazing. And like I stated already, if you want the best quality, use the app. Use the recording, monitoring app, whatever you call it, the screen. I don't know what do you call it, but use the app to record yourself. Do not use OBS. Use what it came with. You're going to get the best quality with no focus shifting, none of that. And you can still apply the bokeh and make it almost look close to a DSLR. So you can get that nice bokeh. Just don't go overboard. You know what I mean? But yo, this thing is amazing. If you want to purchase it, I have a link in the description below. I'll appreciate if you use it. It helps the channel out. No extra cost to yourself. Again, Obsbot, appreciate you sending this out to me for the review. Man, I'm looking forward to doing more with you if that's possible. So make sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell on the side so you get notified on time. And like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out, y'all.